is our last best of 3 for this week of the GSL Code S.
Down here in the bottom left, the Terran in red.
Samsung Galaxy Can Reality.
A lot of support from his fans here today.
Playing so well. Really excited for this guy.
And up to the top right in blue.
Trap.
There's also actually a lot of fans for Trap as well. It gets down to the wire. Every time, every night of Code S, the fans get louder and louder and louder, and then at the end, man, the final match is when they are the loudest, the most excited. As I'm sure you guys at home are as well.
This is the big break. It's between one of these two guys. Yes, Hot 6.
Hot 6 can is so cute, man. So, let's see what build Reality opens with. Will he go CC first on this map? I was about to say unlikely, but it looks like he is. Yep, he's queued up 2 more SCVs.
Yeah.
Will be a CC first. Very surprising. Trap, meanwhile, going for a gateway-oriented opening. There's that CC right on the low ground, right in that perfect circle.
Yeah.
Not on the edge of the circle or like any other map we might have in the pool.
Yeah. Dead wing.
So, 1 gas for Trap. Cutting the gas out entirely to start. We've seen him sometimes take the second gas and mine off a bit late.
Good positioning on the buildings. You'll notice it'll be really hard for a Reaper to run back there behind the mineral line. If he does go for a Reaper, which he's not.
Yeah.
But just in case, thinking ahead is Trap.
I guess he could do a follow-up Reaper, but we very rarely see that. We normally see 2 barracks follow-up. And that is what we see now as well. See on the production tab, 2 barracks and an SCV scout. Probe going to a peculiar location, I think checking for proxies. Does not want to have what happened versus Maru happen to him versus Reality. Just wants to be very careful.
Is he going to drop something? No?
Nah, I don't think so. But he might. I mean, this probe's in the right location. Could be a 2-step process. No proxy, okay, I'm going to proxy you. Looks like he's just going to go scout at the natural. And with no Reaper in his base right now, he knows that it's most likely a CC first. And actually he's even harassing with his probe right now, the SCV building the bunker.
Yeah, he wants to go aggressive. He sees the CC first. Coming with the Mothership Core and the Zealot.
And the Stalker.
Did not cancel this.
This is really smart. Looks like he's going to use the Stalker to clear up this SCV instead of sending it hyper aggressively. But that means his Nexus will not be blocked. And until that bunker is done, the Zealot has like some harassment potential. I don't think he's going to be able to get much done. But once the Stalkers join up, he could actually try to run by and control those barracks production. We've seen this before. A lot in Pro League especially.
Yeah. Second Stalker does pop here. Mothership going there on the high ground. Only 1 Marine out here.
This is going to run by?
Yep, there we go.
And now it's a Stalker, Mothership Core, and a Zealot versus just 4 Marines up here. He's going to have to pull some SCVs.
Takes out 1 Marine.
Sends a Zealot to fight the Marines so that he can just have those eliminated so that his Mothership Core can have free will here to do whatever it wants.
Zealot does go down.
May recall.
2 more pop.
Oh, can he recall?
No, I don't think so. He's just going to fly away. Will he get away, though? Just barely.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 more shots would have done it there. What is he hiding? A Stargate? He's got something. Yeah, Stargate. Like shows a forge. I don't know if Reality's going to believe that, man. I think we're going to see Void Rays. We could see Oracles, too. We just don't really see Void Rays anymore. I know I had my rant about Void Rays earlier, but if he goes Oracle, it's so close by. And the Marine count is fairly low, but it's still like not low enough. It's not like he got it down to 5 or something here where the Oracle's going to pop out and just going to be able to ignore the Marines. Let's see, it's done. What's he going to do? Okay, it is Oracle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Next Genius in there.
Oh, man. It's not Choyafui.
All these Marines are just looking at that command center's backside. Like they're ashamed or something. Like we will all face the command center in shame after what happened to us earlier.
Stalker could get cheeky and maybe poke himself at those SCVs, but
this is a group hug over here on the CC, man. All
and
right.
Reality's ready for this.
Yeah, he expects something like this. 2 kills only.
Yeah, keeps it alive. Very nicely done. Starport coming up here.
Let's see, he's making a Twilight Council at home. Armor is started on that forge. Additional gates, we could see, you know, rush to +2 armor. Some Charged Zealot Archon action. Wouldn't mind it.
Wouldn't mind it at all.
No, it'd be
I'd
totally
enjoy it.
fine. Find another angle in here. Gets out without a hitch.
Yeah.
Oh!
9 killers.
Oh! 3 health left on that.
Just barely survives.
It's going to have to mind control one of those SCVs to get a repair job on that. A little bit of trivia. SCVs can repair Protoss units if you're playing a 2v2.
Yes.
Because they are mechanical. Well, a lot of Protoss units are. Not all of them. Zealot is not. But if you ever, like, if that ever came up in a 2v2, just so you know.
Yeah. Make sure you guys know your 2v2.
I don't know about buildings, though, actually. I'm not sure about that. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, he is chasing that Stalker away at the front, but the Oracle is poised to come in and do some more harassment. Double Widowmine drop going to the natural. And with the opening here for Trap, you know, this is obviously going to give a bit of a tech edge here to Reality, who's losing a few SCVs. Actually, his barracks production is a bit slowed here.
Yeah, I mean, just one missile turret in your mineral line isn't going to protect against your SCVs building the building, so gets 3 more kills and gets out. Very early Nexus cannon, oh my god.
Okay, boosting in. Let's see what he can get done here. There's nothing nearby. The Robo's not even done.
Oh!
Okay, that was so scary.
Really close. That one guy did not fire, and here at the front, he's pressuring.
Yeah, he's pressuring a lot here. Nice feedback on that medevac. Actually causes it to die. And that's going to be that pressure for now, but a lot of mine time being lost here at the main base. I mean, both Widow Mines are still alive, so if he gets one, you know, the other one, rather if he gets, I don't even know if he knows there's 2 there is what I'm trying to say. If he looks closely, you can see it. It's kind of obvious, but the Observer's out. He's not even moving it. There it goes. Okay, so should be able to pick these off carefully. One spawning probe does reveal the second Widow Mine. Oracle's coming back as well now. Perhaps some extra detection. Sees both. Shouldn't lose anything.
No.
The probes are a bit scared here. He's losing a lot of mine time. That's what he is losing. Double the income in minerals right now for Reality if you look at that in the top right.
2 Zealots just coming by saying hello, but the Terran army doesn't greet them friendly.
Terran army says goodbye.
Yeah. The nice bullet to the face.
Well, this Charged Zealot Archon we see here. Storm is the next step, but it's very uncomfortable for him right now. Taking the 3rd base is almost impossible. The 3rd base of the Terran isn't up, but he has obviously a very strong Terran army, and I mean, looking at the top right, you can see he's ahead in harvesters, which means his mineral income is incredible, which is going to give him so much production. Upgrade-wise, they're even, but it's about to be actually slightly ahead for Trap with that attack upgrade finishing up in just a second. So he is going to go find that Stargate now.
Yeah. Overgrowth, not the biggest map. Pretty easy to find stuff.
Yeah.
Sees it, kills it, gets the probe first.
Yeah, wants to make sure the probe can't escape.
The first structure lost is the Stargate.
That's actually really funny to note. He actually misses the Warp Prism, which could come back to bite him a little bit.
This has bought him a lot of time for that Storm to finish. Does have the +2 to armor coming up as well.
Wow, he actually just barely sneaks by. But with that reveal, he actually knows exactly what Reality can see, so it's not like he's just taking a risk here. He's actually very calculated in how he does this.
Looks like there was a Viking here.
Yep. And with Charge done, he can actually do a little bit more with this. Warping in actually a few more, but the Viking finishes it off before they can finish their warp in.
But again, losing mine time. Look at this. Is going to get the SUV building that. Going to delay it pretty heavily here.
And this is, again, losing that mine time. But here's a drop by Reality into the main base. Storms go down. Good feedbacks as well. And this drop doesn't do a massive amount of damage.
A bunch of Zealots not even fighting, and it doesn't even matter. He's got way too much.
But look at the army size right now. I think the army for Reality is just... It's huge. I mean, if he actually takes an engagement where there's enough open space for him to get an arc, especially with how well he played against these AoE forces we saw before in the previous game and in Game 3 of the losers match, I'm very confident in his ability to take an engagement, even when he's got a problem that he can't deal with the AoE. Let's see. It's a lot of high tempo with Storm.
He's going to be relying heavily on those storms. If he gets bad storms, it's not going to be that good for him.
It's going to be terrible. If he doesn't have enough storms, he doesn't have enough army.
Yeah.
So he needs those storms, and likewise, Reality needs to dodge those storms. He's got a very Marauder-heavy army that can tank a little bit. But he's got no ghosts. He doesn't have a lot of medevacs, actually. God, he has killed that so many times. He kills both.
Look at this guy. He has 3 health.
Oh, got him down, finally.
That guy was a expert Oracle, man.
Well, this third base is actually, now that he finally secures it against the Oracle, it's going to be canceled by a Protoss army. That command center is toast, man.
Yeah. Canceled, though, so he does get that. Coming from behind on this Terran army, I'm not sure about this positioning.
Ooh, he's got to try to control the high ground with storms. Good splitting here, but he doesn't have a lot of medevacs. At least not with his army. He's got 7 in total. All right, good snipes here on these High Templar, forcing another Archon, and maybe get the space. Nah, not quite. Good defense here by Trap. He needs a 3rd CC up again. He needs to send something over there to make that. Reality's going to get really far behind in economy very soon if he doesn't.
He's going for the attack now, Reality. Is pretty aggressive here. If he could snipe that guy before he gets a Storm up, very nice. Nope, but he just get the Storm, taking some damage.
Really good Storm there. He just needs these medevacs to catch up with the rest of his army. Good force field to try to buy time. This is so much Marauder firepower here. Those High Templar are not with his army. He needs to have those medevacs healing at all times. Cannot afford to have any of them on move command. There he goes. If you have your medevacs on the same hotkey while you're moving, they won't heal, so you got to keep them separate.
Got to make sure that's so important, especially against Storm.
Yeah, because you got medevacs all really high on energy. They're not doing their job because you're moving, and that's a problem. Especially if you're kiting. That's really hard micro to do, but it's important. Great storms here.
Trap's making this work.
Yeah, it's looking really hard for Reality to actually get in here and do what he wants to do. All these Widow Mines go down to the storms, and he's just taking these engagements left and right. And
there's so many Zealots in the front to tank for this. Widowmine shots are really good on those Zealots, though.
Yeah, and with that new radius, with that new
they all exploded.
It's pretty solid.
And he's on the base again. Where are the storms?
We need some more storms.
Where are the High Templar?
Can't rely on Immortal Zealot forever.
He's got 1. It's in the main base. Archons are good, but storms are a lot better.
He's making 2 more High Templar, but they take so long to get that energy up.
The +3 to armor is going to finish here for Trap. That's going to be really, really useful.
All right, he's going for this. He wants to force the Protoss to engage. Only 1 High Templar here, like you said, but he's got 2 storms. All right, there's the first one. Pretty decent. Taking so much fire on that Nexus as well. There's good kiting against these Zealots. There's not a whole lot of ranged units. Only the Immortals and the Archons. The Archons basically glorified melee units in a fight like this. They can't really get in there.
All right, Templars in the mix, trying to get some good storms. That one's not the best.
He's got so many medevacs here, too, for the healing. He has 13 medevacs in his army right now.
Yeah, it's
He's actually got them tanking damage at the front. So many Widow Mines here, too. Cannot actually neglect those. If those get some good shots off on some Archons like that, really helps out. He's got so many Marauders here, but this Protoss army is going to push him back. And it begs the question, you know, should he have tried to get Ghosts out a little bit earlier? Would have helped him a lot. It's not over yet. And he starts 2-2.
Yeah.
That's been a long time coming as well.
Very late. I mean, he does have that 3rd base, so he has even up those bases right now, but he is down, like you said, in army supply right now, so I don't know, so many medevacs here too as well. He has stopped production for now, just Widow Mines, Marauders, and Marines.
Yeah.
Adding in the Colossi to this mix is so strong. He's identified the fact that there's barely any Vikings here. The first two are starting right now.
Well, I think he's also thinking like, all right, now you've got to be making Ghost, right? So I'm actually going to be one step ahead of the curve. I'm going to make some Colossi. Now it's too late because he's seen the Colossi, but the idea I think might have been there. Storm goes down. Not the best Storm ever, but it's going to buy him time to get the rest of his army into position. But Reality is going for another attack at the third base, and he has to turn around. He has to turn his army around. He has to bring these Colossi over here, so this drop continues to be a threat. Backs off. This is a very, very close game, and there's that Ghost Academy.
Finally.
That was like Star Centre there by heaven. No, how do you know exactly which SCV was going to make that at the exact moment? Observed a lot of StarCraft, man. I guess he's just watched a lot of this game. Look at the upgrades. 1-1 to 1-3. Soon to be 2-2 to 1-3.
That's going to help him out so much.
I mean, all these engagements have been taking down on several upgrades. 2 upgrade sets down on armor. He's still been trying to make these fights work. Good snipe on that Observer. Storm here, decent. And he gets a few more Widowmine shots off as well. He's just never able to take a confident fight, though, against his Protoss army.
Yeah. Now he's coming back. He's trying to start a 4th base because he's mined out in both his natural and his main. Needs another base, but Zealots are hunting him down.
Does not want to attack into those bunkers.
Yeah. Could actually pull back and get that 4th base. I'm not sure if he knows about it.
Yeah,
I think he just wants to go for the kill, though.
He wants to get this 3rd base. He wants to cut this army in half because he knows it's in 2 pieces. Storms go down. Here comes the other part of the army. A lot of SCVs actually coming with that as well. And is this enough Terran to push him back? The Vikings kill those Colossi. And that's a lot of bio with a lot of medevac support. And here comes some Widow Mines. Mothership Core goes down. Reality is fighting his way through. This is actually really tough to call, but with those reinforcing Zealots, I think it's too much.
Oh, man, and another Storm goes down on the rest of that army. Has no more SCVs left. Look at all those High Templar in the back as well. Not even getting to use their Storms. And
It's
with
like,
the Zealots here in the front.
You know, I was just looking the whole time at the army supplies, and it was just so close in army, but with all those SCVs dead, of course Trap was going to eventually win the fight with his reinforcements. He's Protoss. He has that warping point. All of his reinforcements come instantly. And the reinforcements of Reality, not only were they not coming instantly because he's got to build them out of barracks, but with no SCVs to speak of, he's got 9 left. You know, it's too much. GG, we're going to a Game 3, man. I was feeling we're going to Game 3. It's happening. This is pretty sick.
Trav has actually pulled himself back. He looks in disbelief himself. Kind of laughing to himself. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe I got that one. Reality looking a little bit more somber. Was looking confident after that first one, but now it's all down to 1 game.
Down to 1 game, but it's on Reality's pick. What pick is that going to be? We're about to find out. What do you think? What would you pick?
Oh man, Catalina?
Yeah, me too. I think Catalina's going to be the pick here.
I think so as well.
This is so tense. These 2 players all down to the wire here decide who's going to the round of 16. Reality not happy. He played so well down on upgrades, and you know his unit composition did not have the counter to High Templar, and he played so well with it that whole time regardless. Nimbus! Whoa!
Big map, backstore expansion. As a Terran picking this into Protoss. Let's see what he wants to do on this map.
I think he's going to start things off with, you know, maybe it's going to be Command Center first, I was thinking, but maybe he wants to do a fast drop. Maybe he's expecting Trap to cut some corners here. He's got both choices. Now Trap has to think about it. You know, like, he has to think about what is, you know, what is Reality planning here? You know, is he planning on taking a macro game, or is he planning on doing some early drops? You know, on this Lego block map, that's very, very simple. Not a lot of terrain to work with.
This is what we were talking about with the map pick in Reality's favor. It's up to Trap to kind of guess what he's going up against. What kind of strategies does Reality have prepared on this map? What is Reality thinking right now? Trap, he's got to be a mind reader at this moment in time.
Trap is drinking so much water, man. He's got to be feeling stressed. He had an issue with his client. He has to relog, and I believe that should be resolved in like 10 seconds time. Battling that client's super easy to just get back into, so you know, I see him smiling there, so he's probably back in chat, probably being invited to the game. Yeah, I see him in the lobby over on the Korean commentator's computer. So, Brendan, it all comes down to this.
How exciting
Our
in the last.
Our 10th best of 3, and PBT back to back here, 10 in a row, and it comes down to the wire, the third game. Not so many 2-0s these past 2 days. Very, very close series that we're seeing.
One of these guys is moving up to Code S, getting to that round of 16.
Trap's got the momentum, but Reality's got the map pick. Let's go.